so many people consuming Diclofenac, and there are so many companies producing Diclofenac to increase their sales.
The Ministry of Health has warned against the use of Diclofenac without a prescription from a health practitioner, a drug that is commonly used to relieve pain, inflammation, and joint stiffness caused by arthritis. The Pharmacy and Poisons Board giving an alert and warning that even though the benefits of Diclofenac are higher than its risk, if used in high doses and for a prolonged period of time, Diclofenac is associated with increased health risks.
Diclofenac zimenidhuru sana tumbo, mambo ya ulcers, contain ulcers.
For many years after Patrick Aholi had a car accident, he became a frequent user of Diclofenac to relieve the severe burning pain in his leg. Due to the high doses of the painkiller in his body system, Aholi now suffers from stomach ulcers, yet another pain had to bear.
Hizo Diclofenac zilikuwa za machungu maumivu ya hii mguu yangu. Sasa ndio wananiambia hizo zinasaidia sana hiyo maumivu. Sitasikia. Sasa mimi nani hiyo wakati iliisha hiyo baada ya mwaka moja Kenyatta. Sasa benye nilikuja nyumbani bado nasikia hiyo machungu. Mimi niliendelea tu kumeza hizo dawa za Diclofenac. Sasa ndio zimenidhuru mimi mambo ya afya. Nini tumbo, wewe inaniwasha kama niko na njaa. Si kujua. Kuenda kwa daktari ananiambia hizo madawa zilikuwa natumia sana hizo za Diclofenac.
Patrick Aholi is just one among thousands of Kenyans who have fallen victims of Diclofenac misuse, either knowingly or unknowingly. Many now at risk of heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular diseases. According to an alert issued by the Pharmacy and Poisons Board, there is a small risk of heart attack or stroke in patients taking systematic Diclofenac regularly, especially at high doses of 150 milligrams daily for long periods. The alert indicating that Diclofenac is no longer recommended for patients with a history of heart attack, stroke, heart failure, blockages of blood vessels to the heart or brain, or have had an operation to clear or bypass such blockages, or circularity problems that restricts blood flow to your limbs. In most cases, when one has some body pain, it's not the negative after effects of a painkiller that matters, but to relieve the pain and feel better. A notion that leads many people to the counter to acquire unprescribed medication, with some even storing the drugs in their houses for emergency, they say.
Yes, sometimes I buy from the counter if it is just as a mild pain. But if it persists, I normally go either to a clinic where I see the doctor and then I'm helped.
The habits or the culture of Kenyans, you find that it's in their genes, so and their mind. Find most of the people, they Google without going to hospital to get the prescriptions, and they just walk to the pharmacy and then they order.
The talk about Diclofenac as a painkiller is an insane, but it gets to be misused by many Kenyans. Anytime a person has a pain, and general body pain, they tend to think that it's only Diclofenac that can heal their pain. But it is the role of a pharmacist or a pharmacist or any health worker to advise the general public on the use of any painkiller, and there is also the model in administration of a painkiller.
Now, the habit of acquiring drugs over the counter or unprescribed drugs over the counter is a very common habit amongst Kenyans. Now, with the alarm from the Pharmacy and Poisons Board about the misuse of the Diclofenac drug, I'm in the streets of Nairobi and I'll pop into a number of chemists just to see how easy it is to buy Diclofenac or to acquire Diclofenac over the counter.
Bereko, kona Diclofenac. How much? 10 book moja. Diclofenac is an nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drug, meaning it relieves pain, swelling, stiffness, and inflammation. Kona Diclofenac? Ni how much? 10 book. From my visit to a number of chemists, I found out that it's one of the drugs that you can rarely miss in a chemist, costing between 5 Kenyan shillings and 10 Kenyan shillings a tablet. My visit to the chemists around Nairobi continues. In this specific chemist, I buy 2 tablets of Diclofenac at 5 Kenyan shillings each. How much? Moja 10. I'm even offered water to take them. I find a way to only drink the water and hide the main tablet.
There are so many people consuming Diclofenac and there are so many companies producing Diclofenac to increase their sales. There are so many. So the reason why they are thriving because of that the usage, excessive usage of the molecule. Because one thing they tend to think that it's only Diclofenac, even there is a myth that it's only Diclofenac that can heal them.
Another group of people who fall victims of Diclofenac use are those with underlying medical conditions.
Also, there's chronic condition like people with asthmatic, people with gastritis, whom you cannot administer the Diclofenac to, but the public are not aware of the issue.
According to the alert by the Pharmacy and Poisons Board, people who have other risk factors such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol and diabetes should be assessed by a medic on whether they can use the painkiller and how they should use it. As the Pharmacy and Poisons Board create awareness to be held accountable, are not only people who buy Diclofenac and other painkillers over the counter, but everyone, including pharmacists and chemists who sell the unprescribed drugs, putting the health and lives of many at risk.
So naweza kusema serikali iangalie pande hiyo. Sisi tunaenda kununua madawa ni kwa sababu hata kupima kwa ile hospitali ya government it's a lot of money. Kwa hivyo unaenda tu una explain your problem, then unapewa hiyo painkiller either ikuzuru ama ikuponye.
Afadhali mtu asinunue painkiller yeyote akisikia kona uchungu. Asisindi ile daktari anasema if you try for sometimes you check with the doctor so that your sickness may be detected and may be discovered earlier.
Ile waende hospitali wapimwe ile magonjwa wako nayo, ijulikane ni dawa gani haswa utatumia. Si tunaenda tu chemist unanunua dawa unameza. Unanunua dawa unameza. Uende upime ujue ni dawa gani utatumia.
There is cases whereby you should not administer a drug like Diclofenac. So to the general public, to the general health workers, get to know whom you are giving the Diclofenac or even any other painkiller. May it be a Panadol. Someone can be allergic to Panadol. Someone can be allergic to aspirin. someone can be allergic to the content in aspirin or the content in diclofenac. Get to know what you are giving to the public, so that now you can safeguard the health of the Kenyans whom you are serving.
The bottom line is the word from the Pharmacy and Poisons Board, among other stakeholders in the health sector, warning or advising the public against self-medication with painkillers, especially diclofenac. Now, diclofenac should only be dispensed or used upon a prescription from a duly qualified health practitioner. My name is Aida Munzati for